All right, assalamu alaikum. This is a continuation of the last video that I made the other day, and I promised I was going to make another video to solve question number 16. I'm sure we all have the question. In question number 16, we are supposed to find it's a question about Kirchoff's law. It's a question about Kirchoff's law. As you can see, the circuit here, and we are supposed to find E1 and E2. Now, the first question wants you to state Kirchoff's second law. Kirchoff's second law. I'm not going to do that for you because I know you all can state that. So let me go straight to question number 16b. If you look at question number 16b, you will see that we're asked to find E1 and E2. This question is very important and interesting because it has a total mark of 5 marks. So if you can solve all of this question correctly, you are going to get 5 marks. That's very big, that's huge. So it's important you know how to solve this type of question so that if you have this type of question in your exam, it is easier for you to get as high mark as possible. Now what I try to do is to draw again the circuits. Now as you can see, I redrew the circuit so that it is easier to explain because it is now bigger than the one in the question. Now we're asked to find E1 and E2, and you know that Kirchoff's law has to do with direction. You have to be very careful with the direction you are taking. So for this particular video, I'm trying to take this direction. Can you see the loop? This is my loop 1 and this is my loop 2. This is my loop 1 and this is loop 2. Okay, now let's go straight to solving the question. Now, as you know, I'm sure you can see the direction of my pen. Now, this is the direction of the loop. It means that the current is coming out from this battery and it moves like this. Can you see? Okay, so that's the path we are going to follow now. Now, according to Kirchoff's law, we know that's Kirchoff's second law. We know that the total EMF in a particular circuit must be equal to total voltage, total potential difference in that circuit. So that's what we want to take now. This is the EMF, which is 20 volts. EMF 20 volts. Can you see now? EMF 20 volts is equal to, now let's trace the direction of the current. Now here I have 1 ohm as my resistance. If you look at the current coming here, you will see that this same 1 ampere is coming from 20 ohm. I hope you can see. So it means the current in 1 ohm is 1 ampere. So I will say 1 ohm multiplied by 1 ampere. Can you see now? Plus. Now, the current, because I'm taking this loop and I'm following this direction, the current will go like this. Inside this side, I did not have any current. So I want to label the current here as my I1. Are you following? Okay. Now, the current that enters here is I1. So I have 4 plus. The resistance here is 4 ohm. I have 4 ohm into I1. I hope you are following. Now, the same I1 is inside 1 ohm resistor. So I have plus 1 ohm into I1. Now, if we go through, you will see that the current enters into the second battery from the opposite direction. So, because it is opposite direction, I'll have negative E1. Are you following? Okay, because this is the longer line, this is the positive direction, so the current from E1 is supposed to move like this. But the current is now coming towards this opposite direction. That's why I have to put negative. Now, if I go through, you will see that I have 6 ohm here. And the same 1 ampere current is coming through the 6 ohm. So I have plus 6 into 1 ampere. Are we following? Okay. Now, I can easily solve this question. But let me write another equation because I have 2 unknowns here. I have I1 and I have E1. So I cannot solve this without writing another equation. So let me take the second loop. I'm taking this direction for second loop. Can you see the direction of my pencil arrow? I'm sure you can see. So I'm taking this direction for my second loop. If I take this direction, I will say E2 The current is coming from here. Is equals to, can you see now? I have my 2 ampere coming to the opposite direction because I am taking this as my direction of the loop. So the 2 ampere is coming opposite. So it's going to be minus 2, that's 2 ampere into 1 ohm. Now the current goes like this. Then I have plus 4I1 because the direction of this current is the same as the direction of the one coming from E2. I hope we can get it. Then plus 1I1 minus E1. It is minus because this current is also coming to the opposite of E1. Are we following? Then the current will complete and I have plus. I have minus because this current is opposite to 2 ohm. I have minus 2 into 2. I hope you can understand. Okay. Now, again, let's look at this node A. You will see that the current 1 ampere is coming like this. The current 2 ampere is coming down, and I have current I1 inside. It means that my 1 ampere is equals to my I1 plus 2 ampere. You can see the current comes in like this, then you can see the direction of my pen. It distributes into I1 and 2 ampere. So this implies that my I1 is equals to 1 minus 2, which is equals to minus 1. That's the value for I1. So I can put my I1 in this first equation. Let me call this equation 1. I hope we can see clearly. Okay. Now I go back. I bring equation 1. So I say from equation 1, I have 20 volts. I hope you can see clearly. Is equals to 1 multiply 1 is 1 plus 4. Because I say my I1 is now negative 1, I will say negative 1 plus 1 again into negative 1, negative E1, this is minus E1, plus 6. Are we following? Okay, now we can easily resolve this because the only unknown here now is E1. So I say 20 is equals to 1, negative 4, negative 1, negative E1, positive 6. Are we following? Okay. Now, if I do what I do now, I want to bring E1 out. So I will say 20 plus E1 is equals to, what is this? 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4 again. Minus 4 plus 6 is plus 2. So I have 2. It means that my E1 is equals to 2 minus 20. That will give me negative 18. So my E1 is equals to negative 18. Okay, so let's go to the second equation. So we can get our E2. I say from equation 2. From equation 2. What do I have? I have E2 is equals to minus 2 into 1 plus. I know my I1 is negative 1 minus 1 plus. My I1 is still negative 1. Then my E1 is negative 18. I hope you can say. My E1 is negative 18. So I have negative again into minus 18 minus 4. Are we following? Okay. Now now we can easily find E2 because all these are numbers. So we can just add them and multiply. I have negative E2 is equals to minus 2 minus 4 minus 1 plus 18 minus 4. My E2 is equals to 7. My E1 is negative 18 and my E2 is equals to 7. I hope you all understand how I solve this problem. If you have any question, you can post it on the group and I'm going to answer you. I wish you best of luck and have a nice day. Thank you.